This struggle that I've been on is at least a 25-year battle. I could lose the weight, or some weight, never reaching my goal, and then I would regain the weight I lost, plus additional weight. The fear set in because my mom died early. I didn't want that to be my story, and I started to realize that I was repeating the same. Health concerns. It angers me that someone who is working so hard, who just wants her health for so many reasons, had to fight so hard with people who are supposed to be helping me.
Obesity is by far the most prevalent chronic disease in human history. 1 billion people worldwide have this disease, and the numbers continue to increase. If we're not paying attention to this, we're going to lose our children, we're going to lose our children's children. It doesn't have to be that way because we have treatments that are improving. If we can only believe that this is a matter of more than just calories in and calories out.
My name is Charlia Torres Vega. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I feel like the journey of weight loss and weight regain, which is really huge for me. I can remember being a child being called big boned and, that's just who you are. And I gained a lot of weight with Michael, my first son. And that's when I started to realize that I need to do something. I need to work on my health. I was working out at home, and I felt as though I was working out really hard. I was having fun, so it wasn't like a chore or anything. I thought I was being conscious about what I was eating, salads, lean meats, and there was really no weight loss. I went to the doctors, and it was as if I did nothing. The doctors were like, you need more, you need to do more. And I didn't understand what else I needed to do because I was doing all the things. My heaviest was 236 pounds, and I was shocked when I stepped on the scale. I was angry, frustrated, depressed, confused about my weight regain, the minimal weight loss, and I would turn to food. That was my happy place. So then I would say, you know what, it's not working. I'm gonna give up.
A big misconception in obesity is that this is simply calories in versus calories out. And when you're preventing obesity, absolutely, for your overall health, we want you to be physically active, we want you to be mindful of what you're eating with a well-balanced diet. But once that disease process has set in, and you have that abnormal storage of fat tissue, for the majority of adults, diet and exercise alone isn't enough.
Really the big thing is teaching people that obesity is a disease process, and it is still, no matter how many times you tell people, there is so much residual weight stigma and bias in the healthcare, but also in society, and even within patients, right? Like, you don't want to ask for care because even though you know that you're struggling with this disease process, you think, internalized deep inside you, that it is your fault, and you're afraid to even take something, and that's really challenging too. So I think it's hard to put all that on the patient. I think we as a healthcare community really have to change that.
Really lost a good 20 or more % of your body weight. There are many people, patients, doctors, the government, insurance companies that still think that you should be able to lose weight with diet and exercise, and that people who have obesity just eat too much and don't exercise enough and eat too much ultra-processed food. While that's true that people who have obesity eat more than other people, it is not true that it is under their control because of all of the hormones that make you gain the weight back.
So let's say you get to 250 pounds. Let's just use that as a number. And you lose weight. And you're like, hey, I've gotten down to 185 pounds. The brain knows that its set point was 250 pounds. It's going to do whatever it can to bring you back to 250 pounds. It's going to adjust GLP-1, it's going to adjust ghrelin, it's going to adjust leptin, it's going to adjust all of these hormones to bring you back without you having to do much.
The risk, if we don't start fully acknowledging obesity as a disease, because there are still some that argue that. And if we don't actively treat it, we are opening the door for a large number of health complications, putting more strain on our resources in healthcare, putting more strain on patients' finances. And the work being done by Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford, by gaining the recognition and by furthering the field for research into medications and different treatment options, she is a trailblazer in the treatment of this disease and finding effective treatments.